For Reaper Metal Productions, I am Adam of Unbaptized Records, here to make a brand new video for you today. Today is my fourth and final video, A through Z collection. I did my best to find one or so releases per letter of the alphabet. Unfortunately, four of them, four of the letters of the alphabet, I do not have representation of, so I need to get on that. I did mention a few in the last video that would make up for the last few letters I do not have. So Y and Z I did mention. I think Z was the Zombified Preachers of Gore, and then Y is that band Ymir or Ymir. I'm not sure. YMIR, I believe it's pronounced. So if I end up grabbing those, I'll have something for each. And I also went for a 2-for-1 with P in the last video, and I'll be sort of doing that, essentially just showing off the only two records I have with a band with starting with the letter X. So, but in that case, they're both the same letter, so it doesn't really count. But figured I only have two albums by the band, so why not show them both off? But first is probably an easier letter, and I decided to go with a band I'm a really big fan of. It's a newer band. I've seen them, as you can tell by the signature on the front, and you've probably seen me in the long sleeve, but that is the band Spider. So this is Bathe the Babe in Bat's Blood. And it's signed here, Dick Spider. And you can see this album art inside. This is the art on the long sleeve that I have. So it's one of the few long sleeves I have. But this was awesome. Glad I grabbed this. Glad I was able to see the band. They played with Goatwhore, which is a band I've also mentioned on the show, on this channel a few times. Nice red LP. And I believe there's still some black LPs available at House Headbangers. They're the ones who put this out. So I'm giving them the shout out. They're awesome if you do get a chance to see them. You know, and Dick is also in a few other bands that you probably have heard of, like Nuked and Shitfucker. So if he's still doing those projects, I don't know, but this seems to be his current project, and it's a really good one. So if you like that sort of black thrash, a little bit of punk edge, kind of reminds me a bit of like Midnight or something, that's the kind of style this is. So next, for the letter T, is a band from Poland, black metal band, Thronium. So for all you people who kind of want to see maybe more of a variety on this channel, I don't talk a ton about black metal, but I do have a really huge soft spot for Polish bands, and I think Thronium is awesome. I also have one of their CDs and a split 7-inch that they did with Destructor from Australia, I believe, which, as you know, I'm a huge fan. And this is really cool picture disc. They cover Lunatic of God's Creation by Deicide on there. So I don't know if you can see it because the picture disc is really dark and the lettering is really dark, but you know, it's on there. But this is a cool picture disc. Grabbed it from my local record store, and it was really cheap too. I think it might have been like $6 or $8 or something. So looks like they were just trying to get rid of it, which is unfortunate for them, but great for me because Thronium was pretty awesome, and I'm glad I have it. Next, we have the only band that fit for U, because once you get towards the end of the alphabet, it's obviously hard to find bands, but I have all three of their albums on CD and LP, and yes, once again, this is a Hell's Headbanger release, just by happenstance. So this is the band Unlord, black metal band. This is the album Lord of Beneath. This is probably my favorite one of the three releases, although they're all pretty good. And I think Angel of Fire. So that's the 5th song on here. Second to last on side A. But that is so good. It has like sort of an operatic sound to it as well. It's really cool. Comes on this blue, kind of like almost like a liquid feel to it. Kind of looks like the ocean. But all three Unlords are great. You know, I know they're hyped up a lot on the channel, J-Dog's channel. I'm definitely not as hyped on them as he is. I think that they're really good, but I also don't listen to a ton of black metal, so it's kind of cool to throw in something different than just the usual stuff I talk about. So death metal and some like gore grinded stuff. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. Next, we have the only other band I have that's W, so one U band and one W band. And it's a Reaper Metal release as well, which I used to have a bunch of these in stock, but sold them all out. So now I just have in stock that Lady Beast Omens LP. If you do want one, again, let me know in the comments. $12. And Destructor from Ohio, Sonic Bullet, and I actually just looked that one up. Sells on Discogs for about $29. I'm selling mine for just 12. So, you know, my PayPal's in the comments section. So it's in the description. So if that's something you're interested in, I just have 2 copies left of each. But this is Vomit Angel. I believe it's called Under Sadistic Pressure. Yes. So this was a Reaper Metal release. One of the members also did a black metal project called Noidva. And if you remember from the Hellcast days, there was the candle that was done. That was from this band. It was the Dick Candle. So if you remember the Dick Candle, this is the band you have to either thank for that or blame for that, either one. But I don't really know exactly how to describe it. This is sort of like, I guess, really raw Black Death, maybe. So standard black vinyl. But yeah, not really sure exactly how I would classify Vomit Angel. But in case you want to know, check it out yourself. Again, this is the release Under Sadistic Pressure. Let me know what you think in the comments section. It's kind of a unique release. I can't say of any other bands I know that sound like this, although I'm sure people who are more the encyclopedia of metal out there can tell me, but especially the vocals. The vocals on that are very unique. So definitely recommend checking it out and letting me know what you think. And then last but not least is a band starting with the letter X. It is the band Zoth, or Zoth. I pronounce it Zoth, but I have 2 releases by them on LP because their first release, they did an EP, and that did not come out on LP, and neither did their first full length, but this one's signed by the band too, and it comes with a poster, which I'm not going to pull out, but this is really cool. I really enjoy this. It's called Interdimensional Invocations. So this is sort of like maybe like a technical blackened thrash band. I don't know. It's sort of one of those bands that I don't really want to give it a genre because it's sort of it goes between multiple genres, and then I kind of sound like maybe a modern day hipster by trying to classify it, but I'm really not trying to give it some unique label. It really does kind of span the board of a couple different genres. So again, one of those examples of a band, check it out yourself. This is a really cool sort of split coloring here, purple with the splatter, and then blue on the bottom. So, and I believe they do still have versions of this album available. I think both CD and LP for sale on their site, on their Bandcamp. So give them a check, check them out, listen to them, maybe just on Spotify or, YouTube or whatever you have. And if you like them, same with any of these bands. Obviously, let me know in the comments section if you do like these bands and what songs you like by them. And then if you haven't heard of them before, me bringing them up, always let me know if you check them out because I'm curious. Even if you hate them, it's fine. We all like different stuff. So the other album by the band I have is their newest album. It came out about a year or 2 ago, and that is Exogalactic. Also the really big poster. It's trying to jump out on me. A bunch of different versions of this release, including a few like gatefold. This one I just believe is a regular. And this is like a dark blue marbling. So again, really cool release. Talked about them a bunch of times. Definitely recommend it. Hopefully that their old release that they have comes back out because I do not own it. I think it's like an EP or a demo, depending how they classify it. But I really enjoy it, especially for a modern band. Oh yeah, it came with some stickers too. So pretty cool stickers too. So if you ever order from me in the future, there's a chance that one of these stickers will come your way. And in fact, I think I actually just sent out an order yesterday from someone who reached out to me on the channel who wanted 2 CDs. And I'm pretty sure this sticker actually did come with it. So spoiler if that's the case, and I'm pretty sure it is. But I always try to throw extras when I send stuff out. So that is something you will learn from me if you ever order. You order 2 CDs and you end up getting 4 CDs, a 7-inch, and a bunch of stickers, and a pin and a patch, or a pin in a, I think it was like a pin in a button or something. So it's rare that I just send out the record or the CD that you bought for me, whether it's 1 or 50. I always try to include more when I can. So let me know what you thought of these bands. Let me know if you have any bands that start with Z or Y that I didn't think of, and I will see you in the next video.